Small Crimes is a new Netflix original starring Nikolaj Coster-Waldau, who you will probably know as Jamie Lannistar from Game of Thrones. Since Game of Thrones got pushed back a few months this year, we're probably going to see a bunch of these small projects squeezed in during the actors' downtime. I mean, we already got iBoy with Maisie Williams. Another Netflix original. Small Crimes follows an ex-cop named Joe, who is fresh off a 6-year prison sentence and is immediately bombarded with a litany of problems from his past, not to mention the fact that he's been ostracized from his family. And within 24 hours of being let out of prison, Joe has been attacked, brought back to jail, released again, and tasked with murdering a former associate. As Joe sets off to kill his former associate, who we find out is an old man on hospice care, we get a unique insight into Joe's inner workings through some pretty clever exchanges. As the story progresses, we get a clear sense of who Joe is and the actions he had taken in the past that landed him in prison through a well-placed build-up of backstory. Netflix calls Small Crimes a darkly comic study. Without throwing around too many neologisms, I would say the story is more of a character study than your standard crime drama. We get a small contained story with a limited amount of characters in a small rural setting. I have a few minor gripes with the movie. The beginning of the movie moves really fast and I didn't feel grounded in the initial scenes. There's a scene where a girl approaches him at the bar, which felt a little too obvious and you could see where it was going. Then there's another scene where the father character hands a book to Joe, which displays his personality disorder a little too blatantly. This felt a little too on the nose for me, but we do get some nice scenes after this where we see that his parents, who seemed only mildly aware of their son's actions, are not only completely cognizant of his misdeeds, but have actually taken steps to separate him from his children. Then a few things happen that I don't want to spoil, but after this scene we get a pretty clear sense that this guy is the architect of his own fucked up life, and for me, this was the most interesting part of the movie. There's some great performances here. Nikolaj Coster-Waldau did a great job playing a scumbag. I was honestly a little surprised. A gripe I have with Game of Thrones is they always go out of their way to make Jamie Lannister endearing. And Nikolaj Coster-Waldau is a handsome dude. He exudes charisma. So I was admittedly skeptical that he could play some kind of slick shit hustler from a small town, but he pulls it off. And you can always count on Robert Forster and Gary Cole to pull their weight. I won't spoil or give away what happens, but this is the kind of movie where the various plot threads converge at the end, and the whole thing makes for a nice contained story. It's not a perfect movie, but it delivers where it counts. Netflix has been acquiring and creating some high quality stuff lately. Check this one out.